Hi guys, it's Troy at the Full Setup here, back with another video for you today, and today we're working on another edition of Project Stormtrooper. Now Project Stormtrooper is a PC I'm building in a Fantex P300 case, and the whole thing about this PC is that it's my gaming PC. Like all the other PCs you see on the channel, I've got one for making videos, and we've got loads of other ones that I used to make benchmarks in game videos. None of them are really mine. Okay, I own them, but they're not just the PC that I want to build. So I'm going to do this sort of custom PC, and I really wanted to add water cooling to it. I was going to start doing the loop this month, and I thought, do you know what, I'd like to add a graphics card, but I'm only using a GTX 960 in it at the moment, and that's probably, you know, not worth water cooling. So I decided to water cool my GTX 970. This is the Asus Mini, and we're going to add that in with the loop. Now, to be honest, the 970 is fine for me. I play first-person shooters. They're the games I play when I'm not making videos on the channel, and I play them on a 1080p monitor, 144 Hz, and I don't give a damn about texture quality settings. Like, I will play Battlefield on the lowest setting because all I want is frame rates, and the GTX 970 is still fine for that. It's going to get me through until the 11 series graphics cards come out later in the year. Now, I couldn't find a full cover block for the 970, so we're going with the EK Themosphere at the moment, which isn't quite a full cover block. So we've got some like heat sinks to go on the RAM, we've got some heat sinks for the VRAM, thermal adhesive tape, loads of bits and bobs. But I know what we need to do is go in close, and we're going to do an install. Now, I completely screwed up when I ordered this, because what I'm trying to do is build a full custom water cooled loop for £200, which is difficult. It's very difficult, and you know, and I didn't want to go with like aluminium radiators and the cheapest barb fittings. I want compression fittings and stuff like that. So this cost me £62. Now I really screwed up. You can see you get a bag of loads of screws in here, because the full nickel version was only £2 more, and because I was so focused on the budget, I just bought the version that's just copper. So yeah, I do regret that, and by the time I ordered it, I couldn't be bothered to cancel the order. So I just accepted this one. This is what I'm going to go with. But yeah, don't make my mistake trying to do the cheapest water cooled loop you can. Spend £2 more. Could have got a nickel covered one, but still with the copper, very happy. Now, as you can see here, this isn't a full cover water block, and there is an adapter on it here. Now, this adapter is for basically all modern Nvidia graphics cards. It's a 58mm by 58mm. So that's going to be 10 series, 9 series, 8, 7 series, 7 series, 6 series, 5 series. You have to put some adapters on here. If you want to do RX 480s and 580s, you can do all the R9s as well. You just have to order a different bracket. Because I decided to get a universal bracket, you may ask, well, didn't you look at the Supremacy, the smaller one? Well, I did. But the problem with the Supremacy is that the block would come to about here, and then you need to get loads of extension tubes and angled fittings, and it actually worked out cheaper to buy this water block. So in here, you basically just get loads of different screws, so all the different standoffs you'll need for when you order different brackets, which are about £4 or £5. A couple of stoppers, but I might swap them out for black ones. Some thermal paste. That's about it really, and just loads of screws that hopefully we won't lose. So we need to get this cooler off the graphics card, and I'd be quite interested. I want to see under this graphics card, to be honest, because this has been on my lounge PC, and it's not the best PC for cooling. But this has been running hot, and I know it's a mini version, but this 970 isn't clocked as high as other 970s. But it's been running really hot, really quick, and to be fair, I've never had problem with graphics cards heating up in that PC, and I even had a GTX 780 in it for a bit as well, so that was a pretty toasty card. But I'm just, you know, I did sort of tell myself, you need to take this graphics card apart, and you need to clean it, because I think the paste is gone funny in here. I mean, this thing never runs. It's like literally been running at 85 for the past couple of months, which is fine for a graphics card, but it shouldn't be running. It shouldn't be running this hot. So let's have a look. You ready for this? I'm faking it like, oh, this is going to be a surprise. I know what this looks like under here. Missing a screw. I know what this looks like. Of course I've had a little look. You've seen how quickly screws come out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Let that focus. Dry as shit. See, I always like to buy Isopro in a bottle because then you can just, rather than pour it and get loads, you can just spray a little. Now I am only using tissue today, so I'm not going to quite get all this off. Normally, all this sort of little bits that's around, is it the SMDs and stuff? Well, I would normally use like a cotton bud, which I don't have any of today. Basically, all this turned up at work today and I'm getting super excited, so we're doing a video. And I think the 970 is going to be fine for me. I know what you're going to say, Battlefield 5 doesn't run well on the video at the moment, but it's not going to always be that bad. So next up, we're going to need to put some of these on our memory. So this is going to go on our VGA. So these are the Asaka VGA Heatsinks. A little bit smaller. I would have liked something a bit thicker. Now one thing you can see here, see there's this sort of groove, so you can still put heat sinks in. Now because I'm not really going to have any fans pushing at this, I am probably not going to overclock this graphics card, or if I do, I'm only going to overclock the core for now. This is really just, you know, it's a great way for me to experiment into water cooling because, okay, the GTX 970s are still worth about £140, but you know, I don't really want to buy a 1070 or a 1080 at the moment just for new graphics cards to come out a month later. And you never even know, I might screw it up. What happens if I screw it up? I'm really worried about that. Hopefully it should be alright, but yeah, £200 custom water cooled loop. Worst thing is we're waiting on some parts to come from China, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, we've got 8 of these in total going on. Now, I did originally order these taller ones for the VRM area, but they're not quite big enough. So what I'm going to do is probably just order another pack of these, or maybe look at something that is a little bit taller. So we're going to leave those off for today, but I'll get some more ordered. So these were 9x9s, and they're just not, you know, I can sort of put them in the middle, but I'm not happy with them. So, you know, I've got a few weeks before the rest of the water cooling stuff comes out, so I'm going to leave that today, but I'll get some more heat sinks. Now, it does say in the manual, and I'm just going to use the included thermal paste. It does say in the manual to just sort of do it in a little X or press it on and then take it off and see how it is. And I'm probably going to go with that same method. The only thing is, I'm going to put it in the center of here. I'm going to put just a little dab. It's probably a bit too much. Probably way too much. Removed a little bit of that thermal paste. Now this is part of the reason I want to do this, because there isn't really anything but, see these little holes here, they don't sort of protrude in, so I can sort of hold that in place and just get one in. Okay, one thing I would check is go around to see if it's going to get in the way of your memory modules. You can see there, just ever so slightly, so I just had to take these off. I'll just put them a little bit lower. Right, time to see how much contact this made. Yeah, that's good enough. That's mostly covered. There's a little bit not in that corner. I'll just mush a little bit over on that corner, but that'll be enough. It's not perfect, but we're going to clean it off again in a week or so. So here is the graphics card. Now, I think this might look a bit ridiculous on a full-length card, but do you know what? On that, it looks pretty alright. No issues with the back plate either. The screws just go in. One thing to note about the screws is, well, I think they're sort of a little bit tight, so they do just sit in there because it is a bit awkward trying to fit this. As you can see, I've got my memory modules. Sort of wish I got ones that are a bit taller. Got a nice gap there as well, so you can get your top memory modules in. Now we still need to do the VRM. Still need to do all the VRM. I'm not going to stick these on yet because I might get something that's a bit taller. I wouldn't mind something that's nice and tall because, like I said, I might not overclock the memory, but I still want to overclock the core, so maybe get some nice tall heat sinks from there. But it was a bit hard for me to measure in the other day. They're definitely, look at those, definitely too small, but I've got these for other projects. These are actually perfect. I just want something a bit taller, so same size as this but taller. So here is the case that it's going to go into, and I think I might end up with an ITX graphics card anyway, because I want to have quite a thick radiator in here, and by the time that I've got a pump in, I don't think I'm going to fit a full length graphics card in here. It's been a concern for me. A couple of options have been maybe put the pump down on the bottom, but I'm still not sure about it because I've got some other plans for the bottom as well. So I'm probably going to get an ITX, maybe an 1170 or 1180, put it in here. You never know, we might end up actually using this block again. But overall for the install, as you can see, you know, I've literally just come home from work, so I didn't even really read the instructions that well. But, you know, it was quite easy. It wasn't that stressful. Cooler came off pretty easy. Need to obviously take it apart and give the thermal paste a really good clean off. Some bigger heat sinks, but yeah, I should hopefully be coming back with that custom loop video within the next month. I'm waiting on a radiator and a CPU block from China, so who knows? It could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months. So anyway, I'll be back with some more videos very soon. Look at that. Well happy with it. And if you do like the videos in the Project Stormtrooper playlist, I'll get a playlist made so you can see some more of those, and I should be back with some more Project Stormtrooper videos next weekend. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.